today my talk is about the application and issuance of health certificate by the Food Safety and Quality Division. Seperti yang di-share pagi tadi, first step untuk ekspor ke China adalah untuk apply health certificate daripada MOH. So di bahagian saya ni saya akan ceritakanlah how to apply for the health certificate. So for introduction, we have two roles in the application of health certificate. First is the exporter, who is responsible to apply for the health certificate based on the requirements of the importing countries, and also to ensure that the edible birds' nest to be exported comply with the requirements of the importing countries. And on our side, MOH is the designated officer of the health office in the district where the product is stored, who is responsible for the issuance of health certificates. And how do we apply? And then we have three types of health certificate issued by the Ministry of Health. The first one is the health certificate, sijil kesihatan untuk makanan am, di mana ada beberapa jenis depending on the food to be exported and also the country of importation. So this is the general health certificate. For EBN, we have a different version. Fish and fish products to China is a different version, and it depends where we want to export lah and what type of product. Second one is the free sale certificate to ensure that the food to be exported is sold freely in our country, Malaysia lah. And the next one is the non-genetically modified food certificate, which is only yang dikeluarkan oleh PKKM Putrajaya saja, bukan di bahagian kami. And how do we apply for the health certificate? We apply through the FOSIM system, http fosim.moh.gov.my, and this is the front page of FOSIM system. Now we use the FOSIM system for everything, including application of health certificate, application of listing as mentioned earlier, registration of premises, and so on. So the exporter should ensure that the requirements for the issuance of the health cert are fulfilled before applying for the health certificate. So what are these requirements? We have 7, as also mentioned earlier by Wan Chang: implementation of HACCP as a food safety assurance program, compliance to the Food Act 1983, the Food Regulation 1985, food hygiene regulations, and other requirements imposed by the People's Republic of China. On our side, the processing establishment must be listed by MOH and approved by GSCC, China side. The raw materials must be obtained from bird houses or middlemen which have registered with DVS. Implementation of the SOP of the control of nitrite in edible bird's nest. The listed export establishment should participate in the export monitoring program and also carry out their own check on the EBN. And if the raw materials is imported, it shall comply with the requirements of the Food Act, food regulations, and also have the import license from DVS. Next part is how to apply application flowchart. So when you apply in the FOSIM system, is on this part. Apply for each consignment of EBN to be exported. So if at one time you want to send a few consignments, you have to apply for one health cert for each consignment. Documents that you need to attach is the application form through the FOSIM system, and also the proof of purchase of raw unclean EBN or raw clean EBN. And the exporter is responsible to ensure that all the information provided is accurate before it is submitted in the system. Next one, the application will be reviewed by the officer in charge at the district health office. After it is reviewed and all the documents are submitted, then it will go to payment. Payment for application is 300 for premises without HACCP certification from MOH or accredited certification body, and if they have HACCP certification, is 100 ringgit per application of health cert. Payment is done online through the FOSIM system. It uses FPX. So if you are familiar with online payment, this is already very easy lah. No need to come to our office to pay already, just do online. After payment is done, we will do the inspection of premise and sampling of the product. So inspection shall be conducted by the officer at the district health office where the processing establishment is located. However, at the discretion of the officer, we may use the previous inspection report if the inspection has been carried out not longer than 6 months before the date of application of the health certificate. And if the processing establishment is not in the district of the officer at the district health office, a different district, so we will request for the inspection report from the relevant district office. After inspection, if the premises comply to the inspection, the marks must be at least 85 above. Then sampling will be done by the officer at the district health office and sent to laboratories which are recognized by the Ministry of Health. And issuance of the health certificate is subject to the compliance status of the processing establishment. The inspection must be above 85%, and the sampling result for nitrite must be below 30 ppm. So in case the inspection is below 85%, we will ask the premises to rectify what is wrong and arrange for re-inspection before we will do the sampling. We will not do the sampling if the inspection marks is below 85%. So if all this is complied, we will issue the health certificate. So approval, the next part is for approval of the health certificate, which is signed by the designated officer. For each exporting company for China, there are designated officers who can sign. So not anyone can sign the health certificate. And it shall only be issued for consignments to which it relates before it leaves the control of the district health office. Once issued, the health certificate shall not be modified in any way, and we shall keep copies of all the health certificate for at least 2 years. The validity of the health certificate is 3 months, and the format, as shared by Puan Chang earlier also, this is the format, which we cannot change anything. Once it is issued, any changes you will have to go through us for amendments. So, okay, we're almost at the end. The last one is for amendments. Let's say that there is any mistake or the health certificate is lost. You can apply for an amendment of the health certificate at the district health office, and approval may be given on a case-by-case basis. Documents needed, we will go through FOSIM also, but I will ask for, usually we will ask for attachment for written request for a new health certificate, and also attach a copy of the police report for cases of lost health certificate. The replacement will be issued with the declaration, replacement of certificate number dated that has been lost on top of the new health certificate, and issued with a new identification number. The fees shall be imposed for the replacement or amendment exactly the same as for a new health certificate. So 300 for premises without HACCP and 100 for premises with HACCP. And that is all. Thank you.